Furry Family asks, how do you come up with new video ideas? So mainly you guys come up with the ideas, going through comments and stuff. I see stuff and I get inspired also by other people, and sometimes I come up with videos by myself when randomly I'll just think of an idea. Rabbit Lover 05 asks, I was wondering how big is your bag of litter and how much does it cost? So my rabbit litter is from Tractor Supply and it's a 40-pound bag of wood pellets and it costs only $6. So it's $6 and I have 2 bunnies and it lasts me about 3 months. Ab the Amazing asks, what kind of rabbit works well with a dog? I don't think breeds or stuff really matters for a dog or anything like that. It's really the personality of your rabbit and the dog, but it's really not necessary to like introduce a rabbit to a dog unless you kind of have to. Rabbit Care 101 asks, why did you decide to get 2 rabbits instead of just Storm? So back almost 2 years ago, I decided to get Storm, and I got him from a woman that was going to eat him or raise him for meat. So I had him for almost a year, well not quite a year, about 8 months or 9 months. And then I decided to get Misty, so I didn't get them at the same time. I got them later on. Diamond Rabbits asks, how often do you clean your hamster's cage? So I clean Echo's cage 1 to 2 months. Her cage is so big that it doesn't really smell. The only thing that starts to smell is like the plastic toys. So I have to clean her wheel pretty often, and if I have tubes in there I have to clean them. But like the bedding itself and like cleaning the whole thing out, I only do that like 1 to 2 months. Holly Bunny says, hey Abby, here are my questions. First, does Echo get along with Sapphire? Echo and Sapphire are different species of hamsters and they will never be introduced together or be in the same area or anything like that, so they will never ever be together at any time. What is your most memorable holiday? I don't know if you mean holiday like Christmas and stuff. Can't really remember a certain holiday. I guess the holiday that I remember the most is Thanksgiving of a couple years ago, because my cat died that day and that was like really sad and it kind of ruined the whole day and stuff. So I kind of remember that Thanksgiving the most just because of that, which isn't really a good memory, but it's the one that I remember the most. Hannah Millet asks, where did you get the grids for your bunny cage? So you can get NIC grids at, I got most of mine at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I also got some off eBay. Cassidy Anderson asks, what is your favorite movie? So I don't really have a favorite movie. I don't watch movies that much, really. I like a lot of movies, but I don't really have a favorite. Jessie TV asks, where did you get the idea of having a bunny? So I originally got the idea of getting a rabbit from my mom. She just like suggested it one day, and then I started looking into it. Meowing Hamsters asks, would you ever consider getting a reptile for a pet? So no, I don't really want like a reptile as a pet. And I wouldn't get a reptile as a pet either. Two Perfect Piggies has a few questions, and first is, how long have you had your YouTube? So I've been doing YouTube for a year and 10 months now, about. When did you get your rabbits? So I got Storm about a year and 9 months ago. And I got Misty a year ago, or 11 months ago about. Did your parents want the rabbits as well, or did you have to convince them? So for Storm, they were okay with it from the beginning, but for Misty, I kind of had to talk them into it, but they were pretty fine about it. Pet Perfect asked, how old is Echo? So I got Echo in March, so March, April, May, June. So she's about 6 months old, about maybe 6 or 7. Jack William asks, if you could get any animal for free, what would it be? I don't really know. I don't really want any animals right now. But if it was a family pet, I really, really want a cat. So I would definitely get a cat. that. Rabbit Education asks, what setup and camera do you use for your videos? So the camera that I use is a Canon Rebel T5i, and I don't have any other really equipment except for my tripod. I don't have any lighting around or anything. Sometimes I use voiceovers with my brother's microphone. Kelly Hayden asks, how old are you? So I am 15 years old. JV Care asks, what is your favorite coloring of Syrian hamster? So my favorite coloring for a Syrian is probably like a cream or like a white color long hair. Taco Cat asks, if you could have any rabbit in any color, what would it be? So I actually like my rabbits in their colors. For some reason, I've always liked gray on pets. My favorite would probably be like a blue Angora rabbit. And what's your idea for a perfect rabbit setup? A setup that I would really love would be a rabbit room, like a room set aside for just the bunnies. Megan Malniacs, I don't know how to pronounce that, asks, how do you interact with rabbits? So a lot of places and websites you hear to interact with them, and ways to do that, just by sitting on the floor with them is a big one. Like, they really like that. Let them climb on you or just go around you. At least for me, I've noticed if I'm sitting on the floor, they'll do more than if I'm just like sitting at my desk. And also you could try agility, teaching them a few tricks, giving them treats, playing with them a little bit, like trying to do some interactive toys.